with Gay William.
And we didn't even have to bleep that.
No, we don't. Is Gay William coming in?
I think Gay William's going to come on in. Oh, I see the door opening. Do we have
it opening?
Yeah.
You have a stinger?
Yep.
All right, go. All right, there he is. For people who are wondering, if you're not familiar, Gay William, how are you? I don't think his microphone is on.
There we go.
Hi. Hi, Gay William.
Hi.
To be clear, you are William.
I'm William. I'm very gay.
Yes. Very gay. And
we know William.
you consider yourself right wing?
No, far right wing.
Okay. All right.
Just to be clear.
And you know that we're going to play Spot the Tranny, right?
Oh, that should be easy.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
If you want, we can technically do it on Rumble.
That's a very festive vehicle there.
We would have to go to Mug Club, but either way, this is a love letter to Mug Club because your children shouldn't have to see this. Gay William, we're going to play Spot the Tranny. Rumble, thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow. YouTube, well, there's no YouTube.
No YouTube.
I would say YouTube piss off, but thank you, Rumble.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Yuletide. Howdy.
Josh, thank you for service.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, okay. It would just make it feel so awkward. You're just like, okay, all right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah.
One of these days, somebody's going to get in the comments and find that I'm stealing valor right now.
That's not
true. They're going to find out the truth.
I was just a cook.
Well, I hope people don't take offense to it because I think it happened because we were doing that scene where it's not your fault. You know, it's not your fault. We were making fun of that, and then it came out. Is that right?
No, it came from, I was doing stand-up. I was on some dates with Steven, and I do a joke about...
I went on a date with Steven?
Yeah. We were doing this comedy club, and I did a joke about not liking people say thank you for your service. It's kind of a dark, it's kind of a dark joke, and that's where it came from. So then after the show, everyone was like, "Hey, thank you for your service." I'm like, yeah, I hate that. Like, I know. Like, you love me?
You're like, no, yeah. I meant it.
It is funny though. I get people on Twitter now doing that, saying thank you for your service.
What's your Twitter handle? I want
Josh _Fireside.
Josh _Fireside. I want to make sure people do this more.
Yeah. I'll answer with one of these emojis.
Oh, come on! Don't do that. Did you see that Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles?
Oh yeah, I didn't want to bring it up to Steven.
He doesn't care. This is a thing.
Yeah,
don't worry about that. But
yeah, that's great. It's crazy to think that the worst quarterback in Jets history is going to be Aaron Rodgers.
I know. Yeah, his highlights of the season was running out of the tunnel with the flag.
Yep.
No. It was just
no. Hold on.
We were going to talk about butts next.
Hold on. Here's the best part. I haven't watched American sports since the lockdown, just because of all the woke crap going on. I went to a sports bar next to my hotel last night, a huge sports bar, and tells you how people are no longer watching sports. The place was empty. There was 10 people. It was Monday Night Football. It was empty. That's like I was shocked. Any other before all these lockdowns and everything else, and before all wokeness with all the sports, I'm telling you, every Monday Night Football place would be packed. You couldn't find a seat.
Yeah.
This place was empty.
How often were you going to Monday Night?
First of all, hold on.
Sports bar?
I used to like football. The Packers were my favorite team. I know.
Really? I didn't thought it was the Bears.
No, I like the Packers. I didn't even know. I hate Chicago. Is it Chicago, right?
Yeah. I didn't even know Aaron.
I didn't even know Aaron went to the Jets. That's how far removed I am from.
Yeah, but look, Aaron. Well, I will say this: very patriotic. He came on the field, ran on the field, holding an American flag. And I'm like, you know what? For the NFL, for all the stuff that they have done, Aaron Rodgers has been vocally anti-vax.
Yes,
been very pro-American. I love that.
I'm a huge fan.
he literally didn't last more than 5 minutes.
Have you guys seen Sean Strickland, the new middleweight champion of the UFC?
No.
Can I see him?
No, he is.
I see him.
No, he is the most anti. He is
Yes.
like he's as profane as they get, by the way. But he's like, Andrew Tate, fucking Evan criminal. He's just a scumbag, right? Like Jordan Peterson's a guy. We need to bring masculinity back, man. All these people going around there with Evan fake nails, and my pronouns are Sean and Strickland. Shut the f up. So like, you guys can find some interviews. I'm sure there's a reel of his greatest hits. He just one of the biggest upsets in all of combat sports history. Certainly top 10. He's just a workhorse.
So what did he do?
He was a neo-Nazi when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So
That's Ed Norton.
he was a neo-Nazi when he was a kid. He grew out of it, but he still is a conservative.
He grew out of it.
He grew out of it because he had a rough upbringing, right?
Yeah,
And then he
right.
found this sport, and I'm kind of surprised people don't really label him that often homophobic and racist because he's just so forthcoming that it's almost like he's united, and he just won the championship.
Wait, so what you said biggest upset? Give me the layout.
He beat Israel Adesanya. Yeah, was a middleweight champion.
Somebody who doesn't watch MMA a lot.
Yeah.
So who's that? And
Israel
why-
Adesanya was
big
a
upset?
middleweight champion.
Uh-huh.
He had he lost his title a little bit before, but then won it back in a rematch. He was
Yeah.
very, very dominant, considered one of the top pound-for-pound fighters from New Zealand. Tall guy, black. He was originally from Africa, then in New Zealand. Now he moved to Australia, though he actually spoke out against the lockdowns too. He's like kind of like an Anderson Silva, really, really smooth, crazy kind of moves.
Yeah,
Really, they call him the style bender. Sean Strickland is a guy who literally just walks forward. It's pretty much, it just looks like a 1-2 punch,
Yeah.
but he has he's been hit the least amount in the history of the UFC.
Wow.
He lost a fight about a year and a half ago, and then won 3 in a row. And he was a last-minute counter replacement, where within 6 weeks went right into a title fight, and he won 4 out of 5 rounds definitively. It wasn't like
Dang.
a great, wasn't
What was his
knockout.
rank? Like, what
It was a beatdown.
was he like? Fifth?
I think he was ranked 5th.
Okay.
He certainly wasn't ranked number 2. And Sean Strickland, he's just like, listen, guys, when I go in there, I'm just gonna have to effing give it to the gods. I'm just gonna lose an eye, whatever happens. Like, I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna get hurt. And he just walked him down. And afterwards, he said, "This belt doesn't mean anything, guys. Doesn't change the
So,
game. I
Gio,
don't want to put it on the floor." He's like, "You guys got to stop. Maybe I'm gonna put some spinners up my Hyundai." He's like, "You guys got to stop thinking about all these cool clothes and watching TikTok and Instagram and think that that's what makes you a man. It doesn't make you a man. Makes you a man is what you do. Start living your life right." And super a guy behind bars for committing a random act of violence. Like, I was that guy, and the sport saved me. Like, at one point he said, "You're lying. You're bullshitting if you tell me that you don't think about killing." And the UFC was like, "We like a guy with character, but like,
Yeah.
people might think you're
I'm
crazy."
glad you found an outlet.
Yeah. So let's show a little bit of him really quickly.
I would say me, but I mean, that man was the one that slept that man. So, next to me, probably Alex. I mean, what was it like? 2-0 against Izzy? What was it, 2-0?
Did you watch the whole fight?
No, I don't like
Exactly. Do your fucking job next time.
Is that the guy who took the belt from?
Oh man, I made the champion man with his fucking
Yeah.
frosted tips and his gay little watch. I'm just joking. Izzy is a savage, bro.
Hey, what
Yeah.
Hey, what happened before we walked on stage?
Hey,
I smacked you on the ass like my bitch.
Bro, you're pouring up. You're just
That's
one of the
facts.
cartoons, bro. No man that beats up the cartoons is gonna beat me.
I can tell you what, if you win this fight, when we fight, I knock you out, I'm gonna do a TikTok of your grave.
Oh, look at this grown-ass man on fucking TikTok. That's the problem, bro. I don't want this guy as a
Do
champion.
something
I
about it.
don't want this guy as a
Do something
champion.
about it then.
Bro, any
Do
day.
something
Bro,
about it.
I will walk outside with you right now. Right now, you wanna get my number? Come on, bro, I will walk.
Right now, smack you on your ass. The fuck you do?
Listen, bro, you're gonna break a fucking nail. Calm down.
I'll break my nail in your face.
Yeah.
Man, Alex, get that.
Hey, man, you better talk to the guy who might gonna fuck you up too.
Anyway, all right.
So good. That's in July, and
He's nonstop. He's nonstop.
What was that bragging about? I slapped you. I spanked you.
Yeah, because he called himself the last style bender. He's like all in, and he does the dance. It's like, "Hey, the guy drinks off the cartoons, man. He's not a man. It's weird." And you're like, "Well, hold on. Was it the She-Hulk?" Yeah. I learned a lot about myself. Gerald, you have to go. You have to go get an MRI. You have to get an MRI.
Gerald. Bye, Gerald.
Gerald, thank you, Gerald. All right, to separate, you know what? Let's hit the stinger again for Gay William, because he's a celebrity of Spot the Tranny. And William, just so you know, I know you have the headphones over your mask. You have a knob next to you, a volume knob next to your seat. Can you hear okay?
Yeah, I can knob next to it.
Now, have you ever played Spot the Tranny on the show?
I have not. I'm so excited.
Did you always? So obviously, like you gay for a long time. Did you always have a real problem with the transgender thing? Or did you have a problem more? Because you used to say that, drag shows were just meant to be silly at bars, and it wasn't what it's become now.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was just fun afternoon, evening, whatever. Going out with friends, hanging out, seeing the show. It was fun. Yeah, now it's become creepy and child molesting and pedophile. And that's really what it's turned into.
Yeah.
And nothing less.
And do you think the majority of people in the gay community, they may not agree with you politically, but do you think that there's a significant portion who agree with you on the T of the LGBT gay men? Do you think they agree with you?
The smart ones, yeah.
Okay, but if you were to put a percentage on it, how many gay men do you think are going, this is too much, this is too far?
So many don't speak out, but then when you talk to them privately, you end up seeing and meeting a lot more that are on my side that oppose everything that's going on in the gay community. I would say it's a very high percentage. It's a lot higher than people would think. Yeah, a lot higher than the gay community would admit.
Yeah, that's probably true. And by the way, because Josh, you've also booked some of these comedy clubs, right?
Yeah.
So you've had to deal with Gay William on the other side.
Oh yeah.
He's difficult to deal with.
Ferocious.
Yeah. He's the guy you want if he's representing you, but if you're on the other side, you're like, oh no, Gay William's comedy.
I'm definitely on my toes every time.
Yes.
Williams comics comes, I'm like, I better have it right.
Yes, yeah. But
That's a compliment.
he cares.
I got the email yesterday, and then I saw him. I was like, whoa. Shit.
New job, bitch.
I'm not trying to get wrestled. I'm not trying to get super slammed over.
Before Gay William, I didn't have a writer ever.
Really?
He was like, what is this? What is this? I'm like, I don't really care. Like, as long as there's a writer. You have to put it in so they know that they're paying attention. Doesn't matter what it is.
It's as important as you are. Get that shit right.
Dustin is the largest writer in the market.
Yes, I do. It actually probably is. It probably is. No, the reason it is because I want to make it because I have to have something, but I want it to be easy. So, for example, it's like, what do you want? Like a drink? Okay, any kind of bourbon. Like, you gotta be more specific. So I list any of these 15 bourbons or gins or these 20 beers. Like any of these are fine, and just some water and some kind of a hot drink I can put on it. That's pretty much it. And William's like, all right, so I'm gonna put in cognac, VSOP. All right. If there's supply, you can tell me it comes out of my shit. All right. But it's nice. It's nice learning having someone who actually goes in and advocates for you. And you have so many clients. So are you allowed to talk?
I don't care.
I mean, that you're going to do some dates for Brewer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so cool. Actually, we just announced a bunch of we're announcing shows at noon today.
With Brewer?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Where are they going to go up?
On jimbrew.com, I believe. No, I just saw the link for the first time.
I just did the writer and yell at Josh.
So noon Eastern. Yeah, like 5 shows going on. So it's going to be good.
A little bit of kind of like a spin baseball before I play about the training with the show is, and you know this, Josh, too, right? For example, when comedians are showing up at comedy clubs or for showing up at a venue, a lot of times they're locked in them, like they can't leave, right? It's a security issue, and so they need things. For example, like one time we were at a club, Josh knows, doing like 2 shows, and there's a 2-hour gap, and it was like dinner, any kind of dinner, and it didn't happen. And it's like those are the kinds of things that people that reputation like, oh, he was difficult because he wanted dinner. Because he was there from 4:30 until 10:30 at night.
Right.
And sometimes people don't really. That's why I always reserve judgment when they say, "Now Bruce Spring," but
I hate him.
But you've had to deal with this too, right? Where sometimes like, hey, just whatever it is, and that's like, oh, you want dinner?
Yeah, it's really annoying. It's super annoying. There was this is not really the same thing, but I was working at a comedy club and there was a cook there. He hated after the show. After the first show.
Sounds like a Puerto Rican.
I'm like, dude, you're the I'm like, you're the cook. You cook things. Cook for me. And then we go out to the bartender after his shift and be like, let me get a drink. I'm like, what the f? You're doing the same thing now.
Although I will say, there was that one bartender in Kentucky. Remember he was like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, he was the nicest guy.
Big crush on you.
So after the show, he goes, can I we should do pay off? Yeah, I said, dealer's choice, whatever you recommend. Thank you. And he comes back, and it's this, he does an old-fashioned, and the spritz of the orange peel on the rim. He had burnt a cherry like in front of me.
Yeah, he was smoking.
Yeah, he's smoking, and he has the bottle in front of me. He's like, let's just the bottle. And like, oh, wow, thanks. I don't know. I was like,
Tastes like it.
He did sound like it was love.
no, but it's you know, it's always nice when you go and people are happy you're happy before, people are happy there, and then William shows up and everyone goes, better get it right. So we better get this right. They didn't play this in years, and I think William's going to beat all of us. When was the last time we played this?
We played it this year once. With me?
Did we?
Yeah, I think in June.
But it wasn't. I think we missed some of the themes. I don't know. Okay, it's time to play.
I should be here all the time for this.
Spot the train.
And indoctrinated. Crack be gone.
William, were you looking for water?
No, I'm okay.
I can give you my water.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
He reached. That's okay. Hey, do you want to hit the mute button? We have the old school mute switch right there. See the wooden box? Yeah.
What's it doing?
He's so cute.
It's a box that you hit the switch and then it closes itself. It switches it back.
That's weird.
But every now and then, if you go back to the reel, you'll see a guy's like,
Because I've been doing that, and I'm like, I didn't know what was happening. I was like, I don't know what
I realized it's been there for what, a year now? I don't know. We just, yeah.
been there a while.
That's a Johnny boy thing. Like, this is hilarious. I'm like, it's
Oh my
Johnny.
God, that's hilarious.
I wonder if I've seen it and been like,
Oh, he has. He loves it. All right. So this game, I'm very familiar with these rules. I used to play at my den in Michigan. Is we are going to be given a picture, and then we have to guess if it is a tranny or not. It's quite simple.
crazy.
All right. So the first one, let's bring it. Let's see if Gay William has his spidey senses tingling. All right. Well,
Yeah, early for me.
is that Normie, or are you getting to the?
I gotta see this.
Okay. I don't want to take the jury. What do you think there, Josh?
We christened the hot tub last night, though. Finally used it. Got up to temperature. We filled it up Sunday night, but it took all 24 hours to heat up because we got cold well water, so it took it forever to warm up. It was nice. I slept so good.
Couldn't you just like move to the just put in the shirt now?
So hot tub streams coming up.
No,
Just
it
kidding.
could be socks.
Hey,
It
can't even
could be
get it.
socks. They might have cancer.
It could be all of the things.
I'm gonna go with not.
You're gonna go with not. Okay. All right. What do you think there?
Who cares? Just get me in there, baby.
Who cares if you have a second? Yes. It's okay. So, and here's the thing. Look, for the social commentary, you know who the transgender dude is really? It's big one. They don't get the benefit of the doubt. For sure. Sometimes you go into IDO or legal where you don't know if you want to use neutral pronouns because you don't want a lawsuit, but then if it's a woman, of course you're going to
Especially if they have green or purple hair.
I know.
I have no clue.
I have no idea.
All right. I want to jump back into this in a few seconds, but you don't know this. I traveled to Europe this summer, and I want to go back how hostile it is for gay people to travel in Europe right now. Oh yeah, we'll jump into that later. But what do you think?
I think it's a woman. I don't think it's a transgender individual. All right, let's hear Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Still straight, baby.
Yep, there you go. Oh wow, yeah, that means you were attracted.
Yeah. I thought those clothes wanted me socks.
She was hot. I loved her belly.
Oh yeah. Like cut up in that marshmallow. Do we hear this? You want me to read anything?
No, I don't care who it is.
It's just affection.
It's about someone who's look. You could be that chick and not be married. It's like it's the boy cut and the wife beater. It's like, look, hey, you guys made this bed, so now you have to sleep in it, okay? You decided. It's not everyone here, but I'm saying these women, the trend, like you no longer have the benefit of the doubt. This is where we are. We're all actually really trying hard to win. All right. Number 2. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
I can guess that. What do you think?
Oh, that's a tranny for sure.
Think so? No.
That's a woman to a man. I can tell that new mustache a mile away.
New mustache.
That is new hair.
There's new mustache.
Yeah, that's new mustache. That's new male pattern balding.
What do you think, Emily?
That looks like a lesbian.
So you need a female to male.
Yeah.
And I would say here's the reason why. Here's my love degree. Is when females turn into male transgender individuals, trannies,
Transvestites, I like to call them.
yes, they turn into a character like a douchey guy or a hipster. Like Chaz Bono goes with the chin strap and the chains, and this person's like, I know, I'm gonna do the Hitler Youth hairdo and the mustache.
Undercut.
Probably rides a fixie bicycle. It's like, because this is what masculinity is.
With that scarf. Yeah.
So yes, I think we all agree, and also the very, very
A
narrow.
drama queen.
So I'm going to say that yes, that is.
Why does he make a big deal out of it?
All right. Gender, there it is.
Transvestite.
By the way, I gotta say, woman to man, my favorite kind of trans.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're not intimidating.
I don't think it's the right.
I don't understand.
I was making
This is somebody's fetish.
No, I just like the truth is, no one's just like, oh yeah, it's a woman in the men's locker room. All right, fine. If it concerns with the man in the women's locker room, no one actually cares.
Well, they didn't take care when I was in there.
Yeah, I know that's because there was more people. By the way, you owe Aaron Andrews a lot of money.
Oh, sorry, madam.
All right, let's go to the next one. And you guys play along in the chat, then we'll be taking your chats. Who is up? Next one. Oh, okay. This one is making it difficult because look, obvious, the person looks pretty there, but obvious man hands.
Yeah, but a lot of basketball players need like hands.
Yep, they got a lot of big hands. They got the big hands. It's that gigantic.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
He prefers, huh? That's fine.
Big hearts, big.
No, I mean in large hearts. They don't have a
Yeah,
life
they really
expectancy.
have a lot of cardiac things going on. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wait.
Shit.
It's fucking
Sucks. It's late.
You think it's a woman?
Yeah.
You don't think that that's a transgender music?
No, that's
No justification? Show your work.
She just look. No, she just the way the head's crooked. It just feels like a woman.
Because all women have crooked heads.
Well, no, she looks feminine.
That's a man.
You think it's a man?
Yeah, I looked.
You got closer. That's not.
I looked closer.
Can you take off?
Can you see the Adam Apple?
Can you take off the lower third?
No, I can see
Just
that.
right now, just a little Josh so I can see me. Yeah.
Oh, it's a big shoulder.
Yeah. I'm gonna say.
The nose and the mouth too.
I say.
I'm gonna stick to a woman. You can just tell she just looks.
I'm going to say that that's a transgender individual because of the hands and because of the reach of an albatross. But I do allow the possibility of gigantism.
Yeah.
That could be the female George Mercian. All right. What's the answer?
It is.
And I feel bad because I actually think she does look pretty.
Well, I was gonna say pretty.
Yeah.
Well, you should say pretty. She's pretty.
But you know what though? That's the problem.
She's pretty.
You can't know.
No, I know.
You can't know.
You said trans. I was like, I don't want to say she and then he.
Right.
Transvestite.
Well, you know what? I got in trouble with, not in trouble, but actually it was the woman Blair. I'm trying to think. I think it was Blair. I think it originally got upset.
Oh, it was a blast. The two opening comics were hilarious. Drinks were way too expensive, though. Fuck, it was like $55 a round for just me and my son. You got one Jameson and one tall boy PBR.
It's still the same as George Talk. Blair White said, not like to do that's been by White and explained to him based on statistics. And Blair White has gone through all of it and said, okay, well, I understand. I said, I'm not calling you a transvestite. Blair White said, okay, I understand the need to delineate. Yeah, a guy who just goes out and puts on a dress, that is much more similar to a transvestite than transgender. And then we ended up becoming friends with Blair White. Was lovely. He's not listening to the
Blair White's a conservative, right? Yeah. She was just a fan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did a show. Too.
He was really smart, I thought.
Yeah.
It just talks about how everything's messed up right now.
How many more do you have?
Two more. one. Let's go through this one. Okay, hit us. Next one's out of 3 out of 3. Oh, yeah.
Well, I feel like since you didn't trick us with the last one, that you're tricking us with this one.
That's a woman. Look at the skinny.
No. I think it's not because it's too airbrushed and you're trying to trick us. You're trying to make us think that we all have a little William in us, is what I think.
This is a comedian, probably. Right?
It looks like every female comedian.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I threw out the papers.
Oh, no. It's a comedian, but I don't want to call them pretty, but
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's not. You know. I'm going to go Jenny.
In this picture, at that moment in time, with the doctoring of the photograph, you can say that it looks pretty and you feel guilty.
Well,
You've been tricked, Josh. You are a victim.
Well, then I'll say this. If it is a pretty comedian, she would be famous.
Yeah. Oh,
Ew,
good
she's
point.
not pretty.
Even with mediocre jokes.
You see, you're the kind of person that thinks Chelsea Handler's pretty.
What a pig.
Oh my God.
But you didn't like the naked skiing video, William?
You don't like Chelsea?
Saggy
She's so gross.
I liked it.
Oh, she's so hot.
She just looks like she looks like she has titties with experience, you know?
Yeah, well, they do.
I like a titty that's been sucked down.
She's so unfunny.
I heard you talk. I saw you talking about that earlier on Callahan.
And yes, she did. She would steal people's material.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably pull it up and play it on my desktop stream.
The round table, and I was there. And she would say, "Okay, so what's the joke? So what's the joke? And she finally caught, and one of my clients outed her out. She goes, "Hey, that was my joke."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she would ask you. So my closest experience, they never did this on Reddit, but on Red Eyes, where they would actually submit your jokes, and everything was much more produced.
Yeah.
And
But the
Greg would say
the show was hilarious, and he did 40 minutes. I mean, because he just dropped a special on Netflix like the week before, like last week, the Monday before the show. So I didn't want to watch it because I didn't know how much of it, his material was going to be coming from the special. But my son had watched it, and like the first, he said, and well, he pretty much told us too. He's like, "Hey, starting off with all new stuff. I'll tell you when I'm dipping into the special stuff." So he actually told us. He went 40 minutes before he even started dipping into the stuff from the special, and Jesus. And then he picked the best ones he liked out of the special. So it was an awesome show. It was over an hour. But he's fucking hilarious. I know it's not a woman. He's not really a woman's comedian. There was a ton of women there, but he's not really a woman's comedian. In fact, one of his jokes is from the special is talking about how boyfriends will like say to their girlfriend while they're driving down the road, because he does a podcast all the time. "Hey, listen, this is the best part of the podcast." And the girl just rolls her eyes. There was a ton of women there. The crowd was exactly what I expected, though.
She looked like an ugly female liberal.
Yes. That's what she's going for.
By the way, why are all female liberals so ugly? They all look like Hillary Clinton.
That's because down below it looks like hamburger. Hamburger. The comedian who does that? Yes, hamburger. I don't know who it is. Hamburger Jones or something like that. It's like after the punchline, he goes, "Hamburger." And everyone's like, you know it. Next,
I got two more.
Let's do one
We
more.
can just do one more.
Let's do one
skip
more.
to the last.
All right, let's go to the last one. This is the last. Play along in chat.
That sucks. I heard he just retired yesterday.
Now,
I saw something that he was he announced his retirement yesterday,
that's a trick question.
which sucks because I love seeing him. Well, he can still appear on Kill Tony, but
No,
yeah,
that's corn.
I heard he was retiring.
How come there's no pictures of her pregnant? Who said that the other day?
I think there are pictures.
I've never seen him live
I think Michelle Obama's a woman.
in person anyway. I've seen him live several times, but not in person.
Now, okay.
Yeah, there's a short about it or something like that.
Michelle Obama is a training. What do you think? Like, seriously, not that do you think that Michelle Obama is biological?
And again, with him, I think he's retired a couple times.
Why'd they kill Joe Biden?
I don't know. They killed Joe Biden.
I think she was just 140.
No, she said Michael was a tranny and then she died on the surgery table after having 500 surgeries. On that day she dies.
I don't know that she died immediately after making those comments.
She had a lot. It's like a month.
No, she's someone who was one of the best.
Yeah, for sure.
She would not much to her.
Oh, absolutely.
On any show. She's always been fantastic.
She was so convinced. She told me, I was with her in Montreal after the gala, and she looked at me like, "You're my fucking agent. Get me more work."
Okay.
I mean, it was just every 2 seconds. And by
Who
the way,
jumps into somebody's streams and says that?
She's like 30 years old. She gets off stage. When she got off stage, I'm not kidding. She was like 150 years old. She was hunched over, like she can barely talk. Like it was not the same Joan Rivers on stage. It was so weird.
She gave everything to her craft.
I love
Yes, I mean, she was so brilliant. She looked at me and she goes, Barack Obama is
Some bullshit, dude.
Osama bin Laden. She told me that. I'm like, what?
Oh, I love those tall skeletons. They're just so fucking expensive.
Turkey.
That's like the prestige where he's cloning himself. And that represents every single time he did a small piece of his soul in a box. He's killing a portion of himself for a show. That was Joan Rivers.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell we are.
Yes.
I don't know what the answer is in the game, but I don't need to say that I don't know. I don't know.
Inclusive.
I know.
So,
Joan Rivers knew.
well, but what do you think about this?
This is why I usually have it on sub only on the desktop.
Oh, that guy. Oh gosh, they couldn't pick somebody prettier.
They couldn't pick someone with
Or teeth.
Yeah, I know. But do you think that Barack Obama? I think he was the.
To be honest with you, I think Barack Obama is asexual.
Yeah, you think he's just.
I think he's just
politically.
I don't think he's ever had sex. I don't think he has no dick. I mean, he's the only black man with no dick.
That's not true.
She's got a bigger one.
That has been Spot the Tranny, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, before the chat, why are you saying it's hostile to go to Europe?
Oh, so Kyle and I, my partner, he and I, and obviously we both look like men until my mouth. And I traveled Europe a lot. We went to Berlin. We went to Paris, Salzburg,
Other states.
Munich. And we went everywhere. And you can tell people stare at us, straight couples, straight men. They stare at us with disgust, and I've never experienced that before.
Well, that's because you could be yelling out that Biden's a communist.
It might have been that
Oh,
massive.
yeah.
They were like, this is American.
People seriously are hating the gays.
Were they Muslims?
No, it was everything. They were just, you can tell, like if you were sitting next to them in the train,
You can give them the X if you want. I don't care.
they would not talk to you. They just wanted nothing to do with you. It was really you.
That's a
really
silly
felt-
statement.
How I talked about it, you really felt.
Actually,
No, it wasn't. No, you have never felt that. All the years I've tried over here, I've never felt people absolutely do with indoctrinating these kids, and they just see us. They see the U.S. as like I think the leader in trying to do
You know what's
all
funny?
this stuff. I mean, I'm telling you,
You
this
may
was
not be wrong. You may not be wrong because they were always more progressive socially than Americans as far as gay marriage in a lot of ways. But they don't do the surgery in a lot of ways. I believe it was the UK. There were a few countries that said we're putting it out right now.
Yeah, they were surgeries and stuff.
I think it was the UK and even puberty blockers. And so we are actually, unfortunately, more progressive as it relates to progressing to eternal damnation and ruining our children. We are actually accelerating faster than Europe. And so I wonder the sort of retaliatory momentum is taking.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Like she still milks the cows, 4 in the morning. Like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's the maybe you were doing this, and that's why they looked at you.
Yeah, somebody like that will get in your chat and then say some shit like that and then report from another account.
I know that's not true. It's not possible for you to not talk.
Oh, he's allowing this in his chat.
Sitting at a restaurant.
Yeah, see?
That's the least
even though he's watching a paywalled book club.
It's always been possessed.
It's just the audio.
But not anymore. Wow. Now it's scary.
You said they were
And it's scary at night. Like, you want to eat at night, you have to be really careful.
well, that's because you're staying in a
Yeah. It's called hostile.
yes.
Oh, and I went to Cartagena this weekend in Colombia.
I mean, that has nothing to do with free speech. That's something that's almost purposely put in there to get you struck.
Because it's kind of
And I'm only a month away from my strike dropping off.
Oh my God, that's where whore's gonna die. That should be the new thing. Welcome to Cartagena, where hookers come to die. You have never seen so many hookers.
I do need to get a couple cop watches in to put me over 500 though, because as soon as that strike goes away,
Seriously, the entire night.
They have 401.
I should be I should hit 500 so I can at least.
I'm sure that it is. I mean, there's
A lot were hot. I gotta tell you, they gave me a Woody.
wow. That's not
Try and get this channel monetized before I get struck out.
We wouldn't get a money so I'm willing to.
Oh no, I did earlier for that girl in bed. She was hot.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure exactly what date it was. I think it's October 9th or something like that. I don't remember what day I got that last strike in my week off.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Let's try and build some momentum with that. Let's grab some chat. Josh is so uncomfortable. You should have seen Nick when Nick is this guy real?
But if I do get that
Question for the crew. If any
monetized, what I'm going to do probably is my drive streams will be inDOCtriNATION and my desktop, and if I ever do cop watch or anything like that, that'll be inDOCtriNATION. But the drive streams, if and when I do get monetized, I'll switch that over and start building that one up a little bit too. Of just people on the drives.
Same impact as after I joined the Army.
That's why I do these drives. Basically, these drives are easy watch time. If you get 3 or 4 people in there for a while, especially on my long work drives, those add up. Someone just leaves you open on a tab or something like that. It helps.
To be able to stand. Basically, we're in the same spot in Arlington. So for the same reason, I think as a kid, I fantasize about these weird things. I'm a 6th generational infantryman. So 6 generations, including myself and my family, have been infantrymen for the United States, all the way back to the Civil War. For the North, by the way. That's okay. For the North. That's okay.
Either way, they're thankful for their service.
But I always I had this not fantasize, but just glorifying this idea of being buried at Arlington, having that honor, and seeing the tomb of the unknown soldier being guarded, and those guys, they go through. And then I got in the Army and realized what that job actually is. I could never do that job. They don't get to leave. They don't get to drink. They don't get to smoke. They have to stay under. They live underneath that memorial, and they guard it all day, every day. And
wow.
I was talking too loud. I couldn't hear this fucking music.
Mine's illegal as hell. I'm still surprised I haven't had a talking to by a cop yet. But it's the perfect position. It's a clamp that actually clamps onto the mirror.
Really?
But of course, my response is, like you guys don't have a frickin' laptop in front of you while you're driving down the road. I'll take the ticket because it snaps right off. But still. What do you think of that little tripod that we got? That little pole thing that sticks out. I for the price, I think it's pretty cool. It's a little. When it's fully extended, it's a little bit. It rocks a little bit. But for the price, I think it's pretty cool.
And I just after that, I probably at that point became more of a defender of George W. Bush, even though I didn't necessarily agree with all his policies.
And on their phone. Oh yeah, I get next to cops all the time, and they're just scrolling through their phone while they're driving down the road.
It's a huge part of why I had dual citizenship. Was born in Detroit, but raised for 3 to 18 Montreal. That was something that was really impactful. Just knowing, there are people who want to kill us just because of. And we can talk about our internationalism. We can talk about where we're involved. But that wasn't what happened with those people. Those people would want to kill anyone who didn't agree with their worldview, period. And that definitely had a real impact.
That speech, too, by the way, unrelated, but that speech that Bush gave at Ground Zero, that's the best speech
Missed what?
I've seen in my life from a president.
It was pretty
Any president, yeah. It was, it's motivating.
Yeah, and I remember watching that going, thank God this isn't Bill.
What are you
I
talking
was smart
about?
enough to know that.
I was just, okay, cool, I'm going to join the army. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go kill somebody.
The biggie. County
Do you
Mountie.
have anything that stood out to you as far as a monument or a historical landmark?
You know, I really haven't been to that many.
Oh,
I am
wasn't
always
it-
touched though when you see.
Oh, it was you?
the-
Yeah, it was you. This thing here.
Soldiers.
It's my back seat.
And that's always touching.
That's
But
actually
for the most part,
thing-
I haven't really toured. I've been to DC, but I think I just went to the museum, but I didn't really.
Top
What's the name
pops
of the
out.
favorite DC gay
That's
bar?
the phone thing.
Oh,
It stands-
there's
it
also
stands
another
about
couple gay bars in DC. That's really
5 feet
cool.
tall.
There's no gay bars in Blue City. Really? No, they're all gone.
Looks like a baton.
I don't know.
Well, there's 3 in Tacoma.
Yeah.
Well, that was you that recommended it. You sent me the. I thought it was you that sent me the link for it.
Okay, the truth comes out. Were we saying
There's another great memorial or monument at Omaha Beach. It's one of the beaches in France. Somewhere in Normandy. There's a monument to French and American and British soldiers. And all that.
Oh,
It's really
well,
awesome.
I haven't been there, but I'm sure that Blaine would go there and get the
Yeah, I saw you. You were talking about you had ordered one. I said, send me the link, and you sent it to me. I was like, damn, $30. That's a good price for that thing.
Well, you can't
I like
see
it.
the mask. They won't allow it.
It'd be perfect for DUI checkpoints. You just, leave your phone standing there. Just kind of rotate around with it. I mean, it's not a gimbal, but if it's, if you're stationary, if you do a lot of walking around and stuff like that, a gimbal might be better. It's just the only thing with my S23, my good phone,
No, I don't.
gimbal burns out fast.
This is testing it, and if there's enough pushback, they'll say, "Well, we were just doing it temporarily anyway. You guys were being irrational and conspiracy. We were just doing this to test it because of it." And if
Yeah, I'll use it for my hot tub stream.
This is to see how far they can get rid of the frog in the boiling water. As far as if they don't have the police to enforce their own crimes, that's because they don't want to. Look at New York City. Look at San Francisco. They don't want to enforce crimes. They want to turn law-abiding citizens, into criminals. And they want to turn criminals into a voting base. Why do you think they create laws where, you can steal up to $995 worth, you get out consequence-free? No cash, that's fine. You get out. You don't need to post bail. Boom, you're gone. Even if it's a violent offense. But if you own a firearm in these cities, sometimes at all, sometimes without the proper permit, boom, now you go to jail. It is about turning law-abiding citizens, such as yourself, into criminals.
Thing is, when we filled it up, I dumped half a bag of shock into it. So when the bubbles are going, chlorine is like chlorine gas in your face. So I might actually have to, this coming weekend, I think I'm just going to leave the cover off of it and leave it running for a while, let some of that chlorine dissipate.
Yeah, but they don't, the thing is with,
I'll eventually switch it over to bromide, but
Oh, okay.
we didn't have any bromide tablets because I know bromide doesn't gas up like the chlorine does.
If you have a gun without the right permit. Not if you're hunter.
It seems like
It felt like we were in a very strong swimming pool last night, but it was so fucking relaxing though.
They have
$500 versus $5,000. I'll take that any day, as cheap as I am.
So I think you're right. I think they are testing the waters.
Yep, they're testing 100%. Lick out that jab to see what you're about. Final chat for the day. Is there one for Gay William?
We've been waiting. I've requested some. Here we go. So, is there a way forward if conservatives and Republicans keep sitting on our hands in the face of things like this 30-day gun ban in New Mexico?
Well, I don't think you are sitting on your hands. Look, here's the thing. First off, you've already seen the police chief there of the local police department. Rio County, and then there's Albuquerque County, and there's Albuquerque the city, which they will not enforce it. Okay, that's a law. And then today you can start sending in your letters to the state police. You do that first, and very often it's enough, right? That's why we have Model Undercover, the investigative journalism. Now, if it gets to the point where they actually start coming to take your guns away, then yes, you need to have more peaceful protests. You need to have more civil unrest. You need to go out there and make your voices heard. I'm not saying violently, but I have said that my line in as far as if there were ever a time and it came to that, is if I'm in a state, and I don't care which state it is, because it's a violation of our Constitution, if they come to take your children away, or they're able to invoke CPS to say you're not transitioning your child, we're going to give that child to the state. I do believe that defensive uses of firearms at that point not only are entirely appropriate, but I would I would consider expected from a father or a mother who cares about their kids. If they ever come to take your children away, boom, there's a line of saying, scale it back. If they actually try and remove your firearms by force through the state police, and we've made it through those steps, hey, look, people out there who lie and say, like, there's not always a peaceful method. Now, we are very, very far from it, but don't act as though there is never a point in. We've seen it in other states. I believe in California, where they can actually have your child undergo hormone replacement therapy and not notify the parents. I don't know which state. It was Washington State that allows the surgery, California, but we've seen these laws come in and take effect. How do you protect your family? Hey, that's my son. That's my daughter. They're 8 years old. I don't want to put them on life-altering puberty blockers or put them down the path of incredibly dangerous surgery that, by the way, doesn't improve their chances of suicide. Also, I don't need to justify myself to you because they are my child. There's something called parental rights. But how do you defend your children? Think about that. So there is a line in the sand, and everyone has to figure out where it is. The good news is, when we're talking about Albuquerque, we're talking about New Mexico, they're already losing, and it seems that every step that has been taken thus far has been successful. The next one is making your voice heard to the New Mexico State Police, and we're going to stay on top of that because they have to issue a response one way or the other. And if they don't,
we're there.
We'll start making some calls, and we'll let you know. So there are a lot of options. What I want everyone watching right now to do,
I agree,
is a lot of people think, hey, it's my representative does this, or it's civil war. No. That absolves yourself of a lot of responsibility. Sure, you have representatives. Absolutely. But there's a lot that you can do before civil war. It's really easy to say, that's my rep's job, or when the shit hits the fan, I got ammo, because it's probably never going to come to that. You know what's a lot harder? Showing up at school meetings. You know what's a lot harder? Starting a channel online to provide informational resources to people. You know what's a lot harder? Calling your representatives. You know,
because you'll get a strike every.
You have to do that every step of
few months.
Only then can you justify that when shit hits the fan, I got my guns.
All right,
you should be prepared for that. But
I'll probably set up a desktop stream.
I'll be by saying, this is my
15 or 30 minutes after the hour.
There's a lot that you can do. And when you look yourself in the mirror at night, you have to ask yourself.
See you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.
You want to have a future in this country that you can believe in.
See us, say.
If you have children, look yourself in the mirror and say, did I do everything that I could do?